Hey, welcome to Kaya's Corner. Boom. About to go do the Purge Palace. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Last time was just like so interesting because, things were happening in person, but then there were also things happening behind the scenes. Connections were made, ideas were birthed, new and improved and wonderful opportunities for community to grow and evolve came into fruition. I expect nothing less this time. I think the most fun part about this is seeing how God orchestrates and connects people together through ways that they never saw coming. And having a little more information about the attendees and who they are and learning and seeing how they got there and how they heard about it and all stuff like that right there, top tier. To see like these people met here and now they're in business together. Couldn't ask for anything more. This week was top tier, okay? I think I said on social media something. Oh no, I didn't post this yet. Y'all, leave that person or that place or that thing alone. The thing that you are absolutely petrified of letting go, the thing that you're uncomfortable with, the thing that you're extremely comfortable with, but uncomfortable with the idea of letting go. No, you need to let it go. You know, but you just don't want to because you don't know what might happen. I beg, let it go. I let something go early this year and my salary doubled within 60 days. What? Yeah. And there was no direct correlation. I want you to know that. The only thing that happened is more time and space got freed up in my life for the blessing. It's not a thing that you can guarantee. It requires you to have faith. It does. And I'm not saying let the thing go because, this exchange kind of idea like, oh, I'm going to let that man go because I know that if I let that man go in 60 days, I'm going to get more money. That's not what that means. It has to be genuine. It has to be pure. You have to let it go because you're willing to say, whatever your way is, God. I know this is taking up so much time, space, and energy. Let me get clear. God said, let there be light, right? And then there was. Human beings have that exact same gift. We have the power of Nomo. We have the power of being able to speak things into existence. Speak things as though they were. Why? Because they will. So the same way that God created all the things that we see, all the things that we experience, even the things you think you made, it was actually God. Even though God created time and space for all these things, human beings have the same exact ashe, the same exact ability to do the same exact thing. That is why time is the most valuable currency. Time, your life force, your breath, the things they are literally creation. Literally, the laptop I'm using right now, to the fake plants behind me, to the dish of candy, you might not be able to see that, but then the box of napkins, all in someone's mind. Someone thought it, and then someone said it, and then there it was. And it was made. That's how we initiate process. That's how we initiate the birth of things. That's how we create. So when your time and your space, the things you're speaking about, the things you're thinking about are consumed with things that are not in alignment with your destiny, we are off track. We're off track. It's just that simple. And so while the thing you like, the thing that might feel comfortable, the thing that might be cute to you, that's cool. Won't be no growth in it. Won't be no evolution. It'll be cute for now. It won't last you 2 years. It won't be long term. It won't be sustainable. It's like them shoes on Shein. Ooh, Shein got some cute shoes. Or Shein, how y'all say? Shein. Shein got some cute shoes, but the knees gonna hurt, that back gonna ache, and they gonna fall apart when it rains. You'll get 1 or 2 wears. Lean into the left. Quality. So are we making quality decisions? Are we spending quality time with our ideas, with ourselves, with our projects? So move that thing out the way. Why do I say that? Because then God gets to blow your mind. And this was the kind of week I had. God blew my mind this week. On Wednesday, I went to choir practice, and I haven't been to choir practice. Well, I went in June, and then there was a break. And then the last 2 weeks, I started new jobs. And so I wasn't able to go because I had orientations both Wednesday evenings, meetings. But I'm in the groove of things now, and I'm able to set aside time to make sure that I get to choir practice consistently. And I had full intentions of going, and I spoke to my choir director, shout out Dr. Daniel Black, a.k.a. Baba Obatoso Jojo Madi, and he was like, Kaya, whatever you do, make sure you get to choir practice. And I was like, okay. And when somebody tells you to do something, I was already going to be there, but now I'm there with expectancy because I want to see what's about to happen. I like a little excitement. So I'm there, whatever, and we're singing. And I want you to know the vocals were, we can tell it's been a year or 2 or a year and a half, whatever, since we've been consistently in choir. I think that's kind of what made me come down with something. The robust pushing of vocal cord. Like I have not sung like that in a while. It takes skill and it takes time. So my breath was off, honey. But nonetheless, just get back on the saddle. But I'm in there singing, fighting for my life. And in walks Kenny Lattimore. Yes, the Kenny Lattimore. In walks Kenny Lattimore. And he observes, and apparently we were told also that someone was coming and they had seen the choir's videos and they wanted to witness it. Okay. And so mind you, I'm technically, I was in choir consistently for a good 7 years, took a break, started to work on other things, fitness journey, had to really recalibrate my life in order to prioritize fitness and put my self-care at the center and then build from there. That's what the journey has been. It's been wonderful. But I love gospel music. I love gospel music. So technically I'm new. There's new faces. I mean, there's old faces, but there's new faces. I'm new in the space again. Even though this is home, it's still new. And when I tell you, I was so outdone. I was so absolutely slain in the spirit. All I could do was just sit there with my hands on my head like this and just cry. At a certain point, I couldn't even sing no more because he joined us. I'm sorry. I buried the lead there. He was singing with us. And I couldn't. And it wasn't necessarily, for me, I don't like celebrity. I don't like the idea of celebrity. I don't like idol worship. I don't like putting human beings on a pedestal just because they exist in a platform that's on television. Or, I respect gifts and work ethic. I'm a Beyonce fan because Beyonce's character and discipline are unmatched. It has nothing to do with glitz, glam, celebrity. Oh, that's Beyonce. I respect that gangsta. Why? I know what it means to work and birth a thing. I know what it means to produce a vision. And on that high level with that many people, my favorite part of the Renaissance was the movie because you got to see the behind the scenes. After we went to Cowboy Carter, I stayed and watched them deconstruct the stage. That's the part that's fascinating to me, okay? Process. So that's what gets me geeked. But then also, pure, raw, God-given gift. And not because of the vessel, but because of the magnitude of God. So it really wasn't the fact that it was Kenny Lattimore, even though Kenny, I have to respect the work ethic because lots of people can sing, but can they be skilled and trained and consistent and dedicated enough to produce a career? Those are two different things. You have to be a hungry somebody to sustain the music industry and live in it and through it and come out and then still have enough humility to come to regular old choir practice at Clark Atlanta's campus on a Wednesday evening off the humdrum and pop on in and sing. That's what took me out. And then I also thought about all the nooks and crannies and twists and turns I've been in my journey. If I was 21-year-old Blake, I assure you I would not have been in choir practice on a Wednesday evening. Therefore, the opportunity to sing with Kenny Lattimore may have escaped me. So I was just so full of the gratitude to the divine timing of the situation. Because how in God's name, me, who was smoking and drinking on the stoop in Northwest, Southeast, Northeast, Washington, D.C. with somebody's sons, stealing clothes from Urban Outfitters, drunk driving, carry out eating, up, down, Adams Morgan, thotting and bopping all across the city, at choir practice with Kenny Lattimore. Those are the moments where you if only you knew what I've been. And for all the things to align, and it makes me so grateful for every time I got my ass kicked. Every single time I got my ass kicked. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for the sandal on the neck. Thank you for the belt to ass. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And that is why it is so important. Ooh, this is full circle. That is why it's so important to do the same thing to your fellow brother and sister. It is so important to do the same thing to your fellow. The whole point is to be godlike. The same way God said, let there be light, and therefore there was, and then we now have the gift to speak, think, and innovate and create reality around us. God also holds us accountable to the destiny and the call. God gives us every opportunity. At the end of the day, you have free will. It is your decision to do with your life what you will. But God gonna check you along the way. You cannot go to the other side and say, God, you weren't there. Oh, yes, I was. Every time you got locked up for some foolishness, I was there. Every time you got your heart broken, I was there. All those things work together. It's the same thing for your brothers and your sisters. When you're working in tandem with people, expect failings, expect pain, expect heartache, expect distraction, expect projection. It's because we are all things. We all have negative and positive capacity, all of us. Expect it when you're rubbing shoulders with folks because you're going to be especially the more intimate you get with them. And that is why it is so important to hold people lovingly accountable. I am not trying to destroy you. I am simply holding you accountable. because I see the God in you, especially the people who are closest to you. The people you love, you don't love them by being a yes person. You don't love them by being a yes person. You love them by being an honest person. And I'm talking about honest and not in just the negative, but honest in the divinity that they possess. You must speak life into the people around you. If you work with them, if you work with people, I don't care if you prefer them or not. You work with them. That's intimate space. That's more time than not. You spend more time with your coworkers. You might spend more time with your coworkers than you do your family. You spend more time with your teachers than you do your family. That relationship right there is important. You must be affirmative in that relationship because you want to leave the space better than when you found it. That's your job. So God, everything works together for the good of those that love the Lord. It's so true. I didn't know I was going to be this churchy. I swear I didn't. Child, I fought it tooth and nail, but you know what? It took a hold of me. But anyway, I digress. It's just been a wonderful week. Lessons from the week. Move those things that don't serve you out the way so you can make room for the things that do. Shift your idea around what quality is. What you think right now ain't right. That's why your life look like that. It ain't right. I don't care which people be in conversation. I think sick. That's the problem. You feel and you think and you're sick. Let's change. It's always about the results. It's always about the proof in the pudding. I don't care what your intention was when you made that pudding. This shit is nasty. So let's go back and rework the recipe. All right, last thing, hold your community accountable. Hold yourself and your community accountable to loving out loud, to clear accountability. It's not always negative. Sometimes it's a reminder of how powerful a person is. Correction doesn't have to be demeaning. It has to be course correction, realignment. And sometimes that just comes from simple affirmation. If someone's struggling, speak to the positivity in them and rewire them. Oh, you spoke to me poorly. And you spoke to me poorly. Hey, listen, I really enjoy my time with you when you're in a good mood. I can tell right now you're not feeling so great. Is there anything I can do to help you get back to that space? Because this is not the best version of you that I know. It requires more words. It requires a conversation, a phone conversation. You can't text nobody nothing spiritual. Stop. No. Quality time. And then, is there anything else that I got this week? I'm going to save that. Remind me to talk to y'all about the way my brain has been rewired around. Specifically, how I used to really gravitate towards very big men. And I don't mean always physically big, but I mean big in energy, big in stature, big in persona. I would just be like, because there was a part of me that wanted to shy away from my own bigness. And if someone's bigger than me, they make me feel smaller. That makes me feel safer. I can hide a little. But then we start thinking about what is really going to support me in life. And since I give main character energy, I should probably be with some supporting actors. And so therefore, I might have to change what I'm attracted to. But that's another lesson. Anyway, I don't want to be too long-winded on Kaya's Corner. I really like this 15, 20-minute mark. It feels punchy, it feels good. 30 minutes is just too long to me. My attention span. But anyway, I hope I've held you. I'm about to go stretch and flow, and I am so excited. Thank you all for your time, your space, your energy. I hope you got something good. Send me some questions. I want feedback. What are you going through? What you been thinking about? What you want to know about? What you want to talk about? I would love to discuss these ideas with you. All right? So stay tuned. Stay black. And lucky you, you don't have a choice.